everyone, and welcome back to the Armstead family YouTube channel. Today we are going to talk about 3 things that we have learned or realized during quarantine as minimalists. Before we jump into today's video, if you haven't already, please take a second to subscribe to our channel and hit the bell notification to be notified every time we post a new video.
Did you do it? Did you hit the subscribe button below? Come on, you gotta do it.
I literally was, what are you talking about? If you didn't hit the subscribe button, we will know.
We'll find you. Just like
And your
Liam
mom.
Neeson.
Just kidding.
If you're new to this channel and you're like,
What are they talking
are
about?
you talking about?
I like to say that you should subscribe and tell your mama about our channel.
Because your mama probably would like it.
Yeah, because your mom wants less as well. So while we're just being awkward for a moment, if you're new here, I'm pregnant. This is not just
You're pregnant?
my belly. Forgot to tell you. Our daughter is trying to jump in the video, but also she's wearing her Easter dress because we are still quarantined here. It's like day 1970, I think, and anything flies. Every day is casual or business casual or formal. We don't care. Okay, come on. Let's let it. She's got to get it out of her system. Come on. Come on, baby. Say hello really quick.
Hello.
Oh, hello. Okay, so you guys, my princess, she's wearing her Easter dress, and now she's off. Go, 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 go. Go with Poppy. Go play with Poppy. So anyways, let's get into today's video.
The first thing that we learned is the importance of free time. So for myself, I was always busy, constantly busy. Our family was always busy. We always had social gatherings on the weekends, birthday parties to go to, gender reveals, and baby showers. And all those things are great, but we just never stopped. And what I learned from this time is, the importance of really having no agenda on the weekends. So I work a full-time job, and even when I come home, my mind's always racing, and on the weekends, I'm always thinking about things that I need to do in my own personal pursuits and the things that we have, the dreams that we have for our lives. So just having that free time to just slow down and just relax and hang out with the family and just have no agenda. There's so much beauty and freedom and peace that comes with that. And I think a lot of us all over the world are just so used to being so busy and used to having full agendas that quarantine, I really think, has taught us, hey, it's good to slow down.
Yeah.
There's something beautiful about really recharging, and it breathes life into the dreams that you have, the passions that you have in your life. Maybe you gave up a passion and you now realize, hey, I have some free time that I can pick up something that really, refuels me and makes me energized and recharges my battery. So that's the first point, is just really realizing how important it is to have free time in your schedule.
Our second realization was that although we are minimal and we love being minimal, there are some things that we should have a stock of. So for example, when quarantine happened, for some reason, America went crazy and bought out all the toilet paper, all of the baby wipes, everything that we use on a daily basis. People bought them out, and we have never felt the need to buy like a huge stockpile of it. Still don't feel the need to do a huge stockpile, but we do need more than just what's in use, just in case. So like hand soap, even hand sanitizer, baby wipes, toilet paper, things like that. Cleaner, like disinfectant, things like that. We have realized that it's okay. We need a little extra. So it didn't feel good having to run around like crazy. Even for diapers, it was weird. Like, we were happy that we were able to get 2 boxes of diapers because of how things were going. We've realized the importance of having those necessities on hand at all times, even if that means getting a couple extra so that this doesn't happen again. Hopefully this never happens again, but still I feel more comfortable with having a little stock. And since hurricane season is about to roll around and 2020 has been crazy, I feel like we just need to prepare for hurricane season, because if hurricane season is going to be anything like what's trending this year, it's going to be bad. So we need to make sure we have toilet paper and hand sanitizer and all the good stuff. And another thing, go ahead.
Sorry.
Say it.
There's nothing wrong in I think that's what we realize, is that there's nothing wrong with having a supply of important things.
Right.
So often in the minimalism community, it's all about like having almost
Numbers.
nothing.
Yeah.
And it's okay to have necessity items. It's okay to have a little bit more just so you don't have to worry about it. Because I know that when this all hit the fan, we were like, man, we don't have a lot of toilet paper. We don't have a lot of food because everyone was taking everything.
That's another thing also, is that the way we grocery shop, it's like we use up what we have. So that allows us to really like stay on our budget and everything versus just having a stock pantry for just whatever. This was the first time that we were like, wow, I think we need to just stock up the pantry with just like staple items and keep it that way versus kind of letting it get pretty empty before grocery shopping again. So now we know and we'll be kind of filling our cabinets a little bit more and just kind of upping our budget a little bit for grocery items.
We don't expect for another huge pandemic to happen every year, but it's just kind of good to have that kind of supply so that you're not always like, man, I really hope nothing crazy happens in like the next week.
Oh, like what are those dooms preppers or doomsday preppers? No, it's not that. It's just we also need to keep in mind that we have hurricane season and it's coming up. And I don't want to go through what we went through during quarantine where everyone is prepping for the hurricane the week of the hurricane. And that's when things are extra insane. We realize that there are some things worth stocking up on. That's all. Mm-hmm. Okay. Point number 3, which was for us, especially for me, the biggest revelation. Can I use that word for that?
Yeah.
Okay. What?
I think, maybe using revelation
during 2020
during quarantine is like, hey, you need to chill out. Everyone is gonna be like, dude, do not in 2020.
Touchy subject. Keep it moving. No, I'm just kidding. Before quarantine, I was very vocal about this on Instagram, Facebook, just social media in general, that I wanted to live in a tiny home or an RV. Like, really wanted to. Like, you know how badly I wanted to live in an RV? I remember just watching Tiny Home Nation and looking into RVs and watching. I was like following so many people on social media and I was like, I can do this. We can do this. And I still think it's cool, but I've realized it's not for us. If you love it, that is great. My thing was, I was like, oh, we can live in a tiny home or an RV and be on land. Our kids can still enjoy childhood and run around and be happy. But the truth is that I feel we need space inside of our home for our kids to be kids. Florida, it's the weather's everywhere. It's either raining for a week or it's hot and no one wants to be outside. We want our kids to be able to enjoy being inside the house. We want room to gather. We want room to, have our family over, hosting things. So I like that. I like gathering and I like gatherings at our home. So that was important to me. I don't know why, but before quarantine, all those things didn't matter to me. But being home for so many days and not seeing my family, it just started to all come into play. I'm like, okay, I want to be around my family, not my home family, but like everyone, like my parents, my siblings, all that. I'm like, I want to spend more time with them. I want to have people over. I want, our family's growing. I would like to homeschool. So all of these things where I'm like, that tiny home situation wouldn't have worked for us. So I'm really glad that this happened. I mean, I'm not glad this happened. I'm not glad that quarantine and the virus and everything happened. But I'm glad that I was able to take the time to process because we are saving for our home. And we are going to be in the buying process sooner than later. And I would have found it very unfortunate for me to have this realization after we close on a small home. So I'm really glad that happened. And now we know more or less what type of home we want to live in, how many bedrooms. So no, not like a mansion or anything. We still want a single family home, but we do need that space to be able to do all of the things that we want to do. During quarantine, I feel like everyone who spent so much time with their family also probably realized like family is really like all you need. So this was doable because we had each other. So it was my big thing. Maybe we'll RV on a vacation, but definitely not living on one with children. What do you think?
I agree. I mean, with having a tiny home, I think it really does work for some people. Mm-hmm. And it's a great way to, pursue your minimalism journey. You want to keep things super lean. You can be really portable. You can go wherever you want. But for us, we just really want to plant our roots and have a home that our kids can really have a ton of memories, just growing up in, and having rooms for them to go. And we don't need something really huge. And we've already talked about that. No matter what our circumstances change, whether we have more money or less money, we don't want a huge home, but we want a home that can feel like a home. Like no matter what, our kids always have a place to stay. And, they can always know that, this is a place where I can come home and bring my family to as well. And with a tiny home, we just wouldn't have been able to do that. Yeah. And it's okay because some people don't have, large families, and it works perfect for them. But for us, we just kind of decided on that. And even with our minimalism, we know that we can still pursue our minimalism while having a, mid-sized home. Yeah. And, keeping it real nice, clean, very low capacity of a ton of stuff. We don't need a ton of things. So that's my take on it.
Yeah, I think it's good. And like I said, I'm just happy that I figured this out before we started buying a house. So
we hope you enjoyed our lessons learned from quarantine. And we want to know, what did you learn? What is something that you realized throughout being at home and being in quarantine? What has changed your life? Because we know that day in and day out, we're still learning so many things about what life is all about, even during quarantine, because this could be something that goes on for a lot longer than we think. And we want to be able to adapt and allow this time to really reflect on what we want out of life.
Also, quarantine made me realize more than ever that I am an introvert. I think I used to be an extrovert. Like, I don't know. Maybe I never was and I thought I was. When I'm around the right people, I can be very, funny and witty and just, I'm there. But for the most part, when I'm around people, I, am very reserved. I'm just kind of watching. I love people watching. I hate crowds. So I've always kind of been that way. But for some reason, I labeled myself an extrovert. Definitely an introvert. And although I miss being around people, I feel like I've come, I don't know. I've kind of been in my element during this time. It hasn't been that hard on me because I enjoy just being alone.
You're the funniest person I know. The funniest looking.
Be the most awkward moment of the video.
And I think I'm like you because I'm a very extroverted introvert, because in crowds, I like to be kind of the life of the party. That's true. I could literally be by myself all day and not feel a thing.
That's true, because whenever that is funny, because whenever you are in a crowd, even people who know you, they're like, oh my God, I've never seen this side of you. You're so funny, especially at weddings. He's the wedding entertainer. But then outside of that, you're just kind of chill and professional, unless you're playing sports because you're too aggressively competitive. But anyways.
Type 8 Enneagram here.
We'll just give him grace. I'm a type 6. If you don't know, just Google the Enneagram test and it'll tell you. It's weird because I'm not into a lot of stuff like this. But this whole Enneagram thing is pretty cool because you take a quiz and it's very detailed, and then it tells you what type of person you are, and it's pretty cool because I have yet to see something as a type 6 that doesn't relate to my life. And it's not just generic stuff like the horoscope stuff is so generic, today you are sad, and then all of a sudden you're I am sad, but or you will have good luck. It's okay. But this is pretty dead on because some of the things that I feel I'm good at, it came up these are your strengths. And then the things that I feel I need to work on, it told me those are my weaknesses. But it I already knew those things about myself. So it was pretty cool to see that come out. But take the test if you haven't already and let us know what Enneagram you are. And if you are a 6, we can be friends.
I don't know if 6s get along with 6s.
6s are more the bad side of 6s are we're kind of paranoid. So maybe we won't be friends because I'll be paranoid to be around you, but I'm just kidding.
All right. Well, we hope you enjoyed this video, our lessons learned during quarantine. If you did, go ahead and smash that like button and hit that subscribe button as well so you never miss out on any of our videos. See ya.